Hey, it's Tammy from the Sewing Cafe, and I've been getting some questions about this craziness that I talk about sometimes, so I thought I would just show you. I do have a sewing machine that works in Europe and in Canada because it works on 220 and it works on 110. That's a Janome machine that fits in this carry-on. This is the carry-on I use in my overhead bins, and I have to show you what I fit in here, and there's space for more. So when I did a trip to Denmark for a month, I wanted to keep my sewing machine with me, and I wanted my sewing machine. I didn't want to have to do the whole borrow. What I understand how that sewing machine works, I wanted my machine. And so I brought a quilting project with me, and I ended up preparing some of my clothing too. And at one point, all I was traveling with was this suitcase. So I had my toothbrush, my toiletries, the clothes I was wearing for that week. And now I pared my clothing down to a capsule wardrobe, which had like 5 items in it. But let's take a look at what I have in here. So I kept the manual with me because it's not my regular Janome Horizon that I sew on. I brought a pressing pad. This is an alpaca wool mix pressing pad, one of the smaller, thinner ones from when alpaca naturally started doing their pressing pads. A little cutting mat. I did have a cutter that I borrowed when I was there because I wasn't sure I could travel with a rotary cutter. Candy. My iron, my little Alicio travel iron with little silicone pad. Then I had my foot pedal and my Canadian cord. When I got to Denmark, I spent my whole, I don't know, like $10, $20 on purchasing a cord that fits into this machine. That gave me the power that I need. And then I have the machine itself. Just make sure I'm not hooked on anything here. So this is the Janome 2330 QDC. Oh, it's still threaded. That's hilarious. Oh, and even though I'm a pinimalist, I did bring pins with me. So I have a collection of clips, 5 pins, because if I'm doing a dart, I do need a pin, my stitch ripper, and a bunch of labels that I did on the sublimation machine. So that's everything that fit in the suitcase. I also just want to mention, one of the things I do when I'm traveling with this machine is I kept some of the packing pieces so that it's stabilized and supported, and I make sure that the hand wheel is not in a position where it's going to get turned. So sometimes this is actually a really good width to keep the hand wheel from being engaged. You can't see, let's change that. So this is a really good depth to keep the hand wheel from being engaged. So I often pack this down the side of that. But it's been really secure and it's worked extremely well. And you know, I've got all my little feet and things in here, so if I needed to do a buttonhole, whatever, I totally can. I may have left a couple feet when I was in Denmark. My cousin's children were quite excited, but a few replacement needles, you know, some thread, my sewing projects, and you know, this one bag was everything that I traveled with for an entire week. I actually wore the tires out. So, not bad. Maybe not everybody's crazy and wants to take their sewing with me, but I was looking for some downtime, and downtime for me isn't just go here, there, everywhere. It was about quality time with people, experiencing the area I was in like a local would, and downtime for me to just create, because that's what I need for my sanity. Anyway, I hope that helps. It's good to know that there are different machines, so think about how you're going to use your machine and what specifically you're looking for, because this to me is a great retreat machine For some other people, it might not be, because I don't have a thread cutter on this machine. It's one thing I had to give up. But I can slice my threads on the side right here, and I had little snips or scissors with me as well, so that really wasn't an issue for me. It was more important that no matter where I traveled to, I could get a plug where this machine would work, and Janome is a global brand, so it really wasn't difficult to get the cord that I needed. Hope that helps.